Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 32 of Stronghold SHX, the road to $3.33 with myself, CryptoBanker SHX. I hope you're well. It is August the 19th. It's a Tuesday. Before we dive into today's episode, just an important prerequisite as always. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I ever say or do should be taken as financial advice. Now, kicking off today's episode, as we always do, we're looking at SHX on the daily, and what do we see? We see we only just need 100x before this series ends and I permanently disappear. But until then, we've seen a 7.74% increase on the daily. We're above that magical 3 cent number. We've seen a slight decrease in volume of 18.43%, but that still equates to a very strong $4.62 million worth of SHX that has exchanged hands over the last 24 hours. Now, to kick off, just an important point here to point out to the community. If you see these, they're scams. So these have been going on for years. Even if you go back to sort of 3 years ago, they were popping up because I used to search Twitter for SHX and the information, I didn't have an account, and the information was very, very limited then. But these guys used to pop up. So please just be wary. Don't click any links to Discords. You know, it's fairly obvious if they've got numbers sort of at the back of their name, they don't have a blue tick, they don't have many followers, and they're pushing these, then yeah, please do not interact with these links, because one click of a link and everything can disappear, trust me. So here, if we look towards the community, Nash X, please do give him a follow if you don't already. They are ultra bullish and pointing out the Natcha ACH network connection and integration of Stronghold and Stronghold Net and SHX. Now, I really do like this graphic. So good skills on that. If we look and see what Equalizer 25 is saying, he says, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but if you can spot the trend over the past few weeks, I'll pray for you. Please do give him a follow if you don't already. He's the Red Pill Street Pharmacist, but you can see again in a sea of red. A sea of red, SHX is just shining green. Here from Phantom X, again, do give a follow if you don't already on X. They're sharing the Stronghold Japan first ever post, telling you to follow them. Now, they're stating a global takeover is commencing, and I obviously agree. The one thing that is very exciting, there's a lot of things that are exciting about SHX, but the one thing that's really going to turn heads is obviously their global presence and what that means long term. If you're looking at potential scalability dates in terms of when all of these systems will be scaled to a global size and utilized, then I would probably be pointing to 2030. I've already said that many times, but that is a key year. Here from Rich Culture, again, all of these are Stronghold OGs. Please do give them a follow. They're stating the perfect storm. On one hand, hardware wallets, tier one exchanges, retail hype, retail FOMO. On the other hand, utility partnership reveals and DeFi, slowly, surely, and then all at once. Of course. And here from the Cryptic Wolf. I always want to say Crypto Wolf. Sorry, mate. Their details are here. Please do give him a follow. He's a good guy. He's been talking about SHX for many years. He's saying, huge news for Velo and SHX holders. Soon you'll be able to secure your bags in one of the best cold wallets in the game, Tangem. So like I say, is that right, Tangem? Don't know. So that's another, I suppose, point to make, that we have seen Stronghold come out and start to talk about security. Now, why would they be coming out and talking about security? Is it because they care? I think that they do. Is it because they want to educate people? Again, I think that is the case as well. But if we're reading between the lines, which we like to do, then I would say that they're positioning StrongholdNet to be the number one compliant service when it comes to securing assets on the blockchain. Now, Stronghold is, if you look into the meaning of Stronghold, then you'll realize that obviously it is a fortress to protect, right? You're supposed to be safe in there. And I really, really, really think that given the updates that we see now and the hints that they're dropping, I mean, we have this. Why are they talking about real estate? They're a payments business. It's like, do you really think Tammy sat down, recorded this just for fun? Same with Sean. Like, do you think he's recording videos and they're producing these high quality pieces of content just for a little bit of like fluff, or right, okay, we don't know what we're going to create today, so let's just create some content on real estate? It doesn't work like that. They're doing and saying these things for a reason. And what is the reason? Well, for me, all the stars align and all the bridges and over the moats, they all connect back to StrongholdNet. It's going to be a global leader in finance. Stronghold by 2030 will be a household name globally. Like, it's time to really start paying attention, because this, and obviously this, it's hinting very heavily towards, like I say, that they will be a leading solution in regards to how to compliantly access, secure your assets and access all of the new financial system benefits, especially around DeFi. That is going to be such a powerful piece, because then you have the network where everyone stores their wealth in a stronghold. And when they store their wealth, or when they're moving their wealth, what will be utilized? What is the native currency of StrongholdNet? Is SHX. It's the liquidity the liquidity. It is pretty cool. It's the liquidity tool and the utility currency, and it will be at the center of all of this. It's going to be so, 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 so powerful. It's insane. And like we say, we can see here from Mind Crypto. Again, please do give him a follow if you don't already. You see that he's tracking all of this ether is leaving. It's leaving from Stronghold linked wallets and going to Kraken. A total of 72.5 ether, $318,000. He's asking, is a listing coming? I think he's being sarcastic. Here, we see that a further 17 deposit to Stronghold, $72,000, $332,000, a total of over 2 months. They're prepping all of these exchanges to go live. Now people are like, is it all at once? Is it one at a time? I think it's going to be a very quick succession. But either way, whether it's all at once or whether it's one a week or maybe one every 2 weeks, whatever it is in terms of frequency of these exchanges, do you realize the amount of interest and FOMO that's about to happen with SHX? If you're watching this now, it's just above 3 cents. You're one of the lucky ones. Like, people are asking me, are we still early? Of course we're still early. Understand that this is the future of finance. Understand that the work they've been doing for the last 8 years lays the architecture and foundations of the new financial system, especially within the US. It is the gateway to blockchain adoption, not only for governments, but also banks, financial institutions, merchants, retail, everyone. What you're seeing has been carefully orchestrated and planned for years, and it's about to all happen in front of your very eyes. Have a plan, no emotion. Because if you don't have a plan, believe me, you're playing a risky game. But appreciate that this is a Pandora's box moment. It's never happened before. It's likely never to happen again in the same way. This week is only going to get more and more and more and more bullish. This month is only going to get more and more and more bullish. Going into Q4 is only going to get more and more and more bullish. Christmas, you'll be crying, not because of a bad thing, but because you won't believe exactly what's just happened. That's it for episode 32. I'll be back tomorrow for episode 33. And I've got a feeling that things might have moved on a little bit by then. Wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Without you guys watching, sharing, liking, commenting, there wouldn't be a show. And thank you for joining me on this journey to $3.33. It's going to be very, very, very special. It already is. You can taste it in the air. And also keep our watch out for all the big XRP accounts and other maxes. And then we're going to go into the real high level accounts with 100,000 followers, 500,000 followers. Watch them. They're all aware of it. They're just waiting. But their anticipation and participation in our community means that SHX will fly to levels never seen before. And everyone will be FOMOing in while you're all sat there, already aware of exactly where SHX is going and exactly what it is and exactly what it's about to do. This is the future of DeFi. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. They don't know what they're talking about. We're about to have a decade of DeFi, utility, and Stronghold will be at the center. I will catch you tomorrow on the next one. As I say, wherever you are in the world, please do have a great rest of day, and I will see you tomorrow.